Okay, yep, hello, Great and Glorious Nick Dutch here yet again. I'm just going through the process of going through a few of the tarot cards just to give you like my take on what they mean. And today we're just going to, today, this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whenever you're watching this video, we're going through a few of the cards. Today we're doing the Magician card, which as you can see is called the Battleur, which essentially means the Juggler. On this particular card, on this particular tarot deck, which is the Oswald Worth deck. So this is the first card of the Major Arcana. Within some systems of reading tarot, the first card of the Major Arcana, which is it's got the little aleph on the bottom corner of the Hebrew letter, doesn't always come first. Sometimes you have the 22nd card coming first, or the card marked 0 on some decks. But I still see the Magician card as being the first card of the tarot, not only because it's numbered number 1, but also because everything about it seems to symbolize being prepared and being ready. The image is that of a guy who's standing beside a table, therefore that would suggest to me starting work. Just like your first day in a new job, and he's got all the tools of his trade which are laid out there, and okay, they're religious or theological tools, okay, so you got like the cup of the chalice of the sacrament. You've got a disc that you might use to symbolize money, symbolize the earth, or in some magical systems use that to arrange a pact with a spirit or demon. You've got a staff of authority in his hand saying, this is me, this is who I am, I'm in charge, I'm taking control of my life. Alright, and you also got a sword suggesting strength and power. If we go back to the ancient history of tarot, we got 4 different suits in tarot, and the suit which we call staves today was previously polo sticks, because this was supposed to be talking about what the gentry liked, what the rich people liked, and they like wine, hence the cup, they like fighting, hence the sword, they like commerce, hence the coin, and they like sports, hence the polo stick. So when people talk about the suit of staves in a tarot deck, it may well be talking about sport rather than necessarily rods of control. But within Western mysticism, we always talk about the staff being like a rod of power, the influence or the will of the magician. Some people say it symbolizes either fire or air, depending upon the magical religious system that they're talking about or they're using. Fire because wood burns, and air because it is the shape of a wand. You can therefore wave it in the air like a conductor's baton, for instance. When we go deeper into the symbolism, okay, yes, he's got a hat on the top of his head, which is vaguely like a figure 8 symbolizing infinity. So some people say that would be to do with his immortal spirit. But also, that's the way that I see it. That's raised above his eyes. It's not talking about something that he's blind to. There's a sense of awareness. There's a sense of perception. He's looking to the side, showing that he's paying attention to things around him. This is talking about awareness. This is talking about not just wearing your graduation gown on the day you leave university, preparing to start a new life, or starting your first day in school, but or starting your first day in a new job, but actually being aware that this is somehow right. This is somehow what's right for you. You're in the right place. However, only 3 legs of the table are visible, okay? So he doesn't know everything. There's still some things which are obscured even to him, even to this person who's done all this preparation. Whatever this work is, he's doing it outside. He's got some kind of connection to life, to nature, to vitality. We've even got a rose growing at the ground level beneath him. And there's other symbols associated with that, but again, to me, that's to do with living and life. But also the flower is small. It's only half open because he's only part of the way there. There's a lot more to go for. But with the aleph in the corner, that's still talking about putting energy and vitality into things, talking about putting extra change, there's so much more that's got to be achieved. So there's a feeling of stress inside this character, a stress of wanting to go out there and make his mark, trying to do something with great impact on the rest of the world, which is going to do him a lot of good. Something which is going to really give other people benefit as well. But he's also, this is someone who's astute. He's going for his own benefit, and he's hoping that his own benefit can either act as either an example or be a catalyst or a method whereby he can then help other people. So the whole imagery of the magician card or the juggler or the battleur, sorry, my French pronunciation is appalling, is to me it's full of hope, it's full of inspiration, it's full of self-knowledge that what this guy is about to do, what this character is about to do is somehow right. It's like the hope you've got when you're a young person and you're thinking like, you know, the world is my oyster, I've got all the rest of my life ahead of me and I'm going to make something of it. So there is some naivety there as well, because, you know, this guy doesn't know what's around the corner, he doesn't know what extra challenge he's got to go through, he doesn't know what extra learning he's got to go through. So it's a fascinating set of symbols, and the fact that his clothing is so garishly coloured for someone who's, you know, starting his new job, so it's not like the, you know, the drab colours of the Oxford graduation gown. There's something else about this character. I mean, yeah, there's 5 buttons on his jerkin, and some people say that's just the straightforward 5 senses that you've got when you're perceiving the outside world. So that involves knowledge of the physical world, but there's also the other dimensions, as pointed out by the strange hat he's wearing. So he's very intellectually aware as well. And the different colours, it's almost every single colour from the spectrum. That also points out seeing a wide variety of different possibilities out there and different things to become. So although he's starting a new life, a new career, he's full of enthusiasm and vitality, he still doesn't quite know which direction he's going to focus on. Alright, so there is still some unknowing there. And it's in that respect it's quite trippy. You know, you really feel for the character. You really feel for, you know, what he's going through. Now, when people are looking at this card rather simplistically, they look at his staff, they look at the wand, and they see that it's got 2 sides to it. There's a red side and there's a blue side. And that's supposed to be, you know, as above, so below. But very few people actually know, you know, what that means. It's one of those wonderful new age expressions that people sort of come out with to make themselves seem really important. But the end result is it makes them seem like a complete tit. Okay, that's not actually a rude word, it's just an anatomical word. Please, YouTube, please don't chuck this video out. This is still a family video. The word tit is actually a very small bird we have in England, alright? It's just like the word damn is actually a small Indian coin, alright, of the little denomination, hence the phrase, I don't give a damn means I don't really give too much. Okay. Just wants to clear that up. YouTube, please leave this one up. It's a really good video. Well, I'm enjoying it anyway. If my audience doesn't enjoy it, well, that's their problem. I'm having a wonderful time. Now, what else can we say about him? You know, I mean, let's go back to the imagery again. He's one hand is up in the air, one hand is pointing down. What's he pointing down to? It's pointing down to the coin symbol. It's pointing down to something of the physical world. So he knows some of the harsh realities of life, and he's thinking like, this is what I've got to do. I've got to focus on my money. I've got to focus on making sure I've got, you know, the food I need to eat. I've got to be able to look after myself in that respect first before I do other things. But when the arm is pointing upwards, that's again pointing to aspirations. Like, this is where I'm starting from. But, you know, I could go on to so many other different things. So when he's pointing up to the heavens, I mean, that is like, I'd almost say foreknowledge that he's destined for something great. He just doesn't have any idea what it is yet. And the fact that that's the arm which is containing the baton. No, that's the arm which is containing the symbol of this as above, so below. He knows he's going to have to take different aspects of his character with him. You know, this sort of like base energy of lust and greed, and using greed to be able to propel him forward. And also, you know, the higher aspects is where he's going to go to. You know, he's got a plan, but it's still rather poorly formed. It's poorly structured. Everything about this is about aspiration and skill and having wisdom and learning, but not knowing how to use it. Oh God, I love it. Basically, you know, it's wonderful. I'll do some more of them later on. But anyway, just before I quit the video, just have a quick peek so you're quickly reminded what I'm talking about. There we go.